Build that wall, build that wall, make it mighty to protect us from those who won't respect us, to guarantee security for all. Build that wall for us all, to mark our nation's border, to stand for truth and honor, so much more than a symbol for the law. Patriots have died to save our right to live in peace and feel free, to close our eyes at night. We can't ignore their sacrifice. Build that wall, make it strong, so future generations will inherit this great nation. Make it last forever, never fall. Build that wall, make it tall, as a monument of freedom that eagles rest their feet on, from shore to shore, a refuge for us all. A wall to prove that liberty succeeded, a wall to stand around this land till hatred is defeated. Hopefully one day it won't be needed. A new day, it's gonna be a new day. Yeah, there's a new day.
I think it's a disgrace what the Democrats are doing. It's so sad to see how they're impeding all of the good things that we're doing. Like, as an example, today it's the border, and we're strengthening up our border with a great country, and we have other great countries that are going to be signing on also. And we're doing this all because the Democrats won't give us what we need. So simple: get rid of the loopholes, work on asylum. It would take a very short period of time. They won't do it. All they want to do is impede. They want to investigate. They want to go fishing. And I watch Bob Mueller, and they have nothing. There's no collusion. There's no obstruction. They have nothing. It's a disgrace. We want to find out what happened with the last Democrat president. Let's look into Obama, the way they've looked at me from day one. They've looked into everything that we've done. They could look into the book deal that President Obama made. Let's subpoena all of his records. Let's subpoena all of the records having to do with Hillary Clinton and all of the nonsense that went on with Clinton and her foundation and everything else. We could do that all day long. Frankly, the Republicans were gentlemen. Can't get anything from the Democrats. Dealing with Mexico is really what Mexico is doing for us at the border is far greater than what the Democrats have done. You know, the amazing thing about the Democrats, it was all fine. Everything was great 4 or 5 years ago before I was president. And now they think we're going to win, so they're doing everything they can with the impeachment nonsense. We had no obstruction, you had no collusion. You know, obstruction's sort of interesting. They've interviewed 500 people. They've interviewed lawyers. They've interviewed everybody that they wanted to interview. People that I could have kept back by using presidential privilege. I could have kept back everybody. They didn't have to interview anybody. I gave them total, and then they say obstruction. These people are clowns. The Democrats are clowns. They're being laughed at all over the world. And I watched this morning, I watched Nancy Pelosi trying to get through that with the performance that Robert Mueller put on. where I don't think he ever read the agreement or the document. And the document said no collusion. They don't even talk about that, so there was no crime. They said, well, there was no crime, but he obstructed. How do you obstruct? There's no crime. But actually, it was worse than that because it was a phony crime that they put on. The crime was what they put on. But I watched Mueller. For 2.5 years, we've watched this. And that's the best they have. And it's a disgrace. And the world is laughing at him.
Inspector General's report, I'm citing from page 404 of the Inspector General's report. It states, Page stated, Trump's not ever going to be president, right? Right. Strzok replied, no, he's not. We'll stop it. Also in the Inspector General's report, there's someone identified as attorney number 2. Attorney number 2, this is page 419, replied, hell no, and then added, viva la resistance. Attorney number 2 in the Inspector General's report and Strzok both worked on your team, didn't they?
Pardon me, can you ask?
They both worked on your team, didn't they?
I know, I heard Strzok. Who else were you talking about?
Attorney number 2 identified in the Inspector General's report.
Okay. And the question was?
Did he work for you? The guy who said viva la resistance.
Peter Strzok worked for me for a period of time, yes.
Yeah, but so did the other guy that said viva la resistance. And here's what I'm kind of noticing, Director Mueller. When people associated with Trump lied, you threw the book at him. When Christopher Steele lied, nothing. And so it seems to be that when Glenn Simpson met with Russians, nothing. When the Trump campaign met with Russians, 3,500 words. And maybe the reason why there are this discrepancies in what you focused on is because the team was so biased.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
Pledged to stop Trump.
Jeffries.
Mr. President, indictments for Strzok and Page and the investigators that you referred.
So what happened with Strzok and Page, meaning the two lovers, is a disgrace because they had a lot of text messages and Mueller illegally deleted those text messages. And they didn't get too much into that because he forgot, he didn't really know, he didn't know too much, he didn't know anything. But Strzok and Page were texting. Don't forget, they were the ones with the, just in case you should lose, we're gonna have an insurance policy. This is the same Strzok and Page. So that was a very, very bad situation. What they did and what Mueller did, he deleted their text messages back and forth, probably thousands of them. That's a serious problem. They shouldn't have been allowed to do it.